I'm Dr. Brian Paris, and I'm steaming mad today because there's a pain-causing ingredient that's banned in dozens of countries all over the world, but it's still rampant in your food supply. Heck, you almost certainly sat at your kitchen table and ate it last night. And the simple act of removing it, or even consuming less of this harmful ingredient, can help free you from the shackles of joint pain jail, and help you regain the mobility and freedom you so desperately desire.
I've gone from a 9 down to a 3, and I'm able to do the yard work. I've been able to, walk my dogs. Just to walk around our neighborhood, which runs about a mile, I was unable even just to walk it by myself. I was just hurting so bad before.
I could hardly get out of bed in the morning. I could not put my feet down and walk. I found the key, the last little perfect thing that made me all well now.
It healed me so fast. It was like an answer to prayer. I said, this is crazy.
I didn't realize how much pain I was actually in until it was subsiding.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Paris. You may recognize me from one of my TED Talks or one of the other videos that have gone viral for exposing big pharma and big food company lies that were preying on innocent people like you. Those viral videos pale in comparison to what I'm about to share with you right now. Studies show that the average person, even health-conscious people, eat up to 5, 6, even 10 or more servings of this ingredient every day without even knowing it. It all started with a gigantic, sneaky switcheroo done by food manufacturers dating all the way back to the early 1900s. And by the 1970s, it was rampant through the food supply, despite some dire warnings from leading doctors, and we're still being treated as guinea pigs to this very day. It's like being tricked into taking part in a global human health experiment without your consent, and it's leading to skyrocketing rates of arthritis, heart disease, and diabetes all over the world, except for a handful of countries where this toxic ingredient is almost non-existent, like Papua New Guinea, where natives eat far more fat and high cholesterol foods than we do in the US, yet have shockingly low instances of arthritis, obesity, or heart disease. You also won't typically find this ingredient in the South Pacific either, where locals stay lean and limber despite eating a diet absolutely loaded with saturated fats. So if this ingredient is so bad for you, why in the world are we still eating so much of it? Heck, why are we consuming any of it at all? Number one, this ingredient is used because it's a manufactured, cheaper alternative, which means more profits for big food companies and greedy shareholders. It's used to make foods look better and last longer. Number two, this ingredient is much easier to hide. While most people know how to quickly glance at a food label and check for the usual suspects like sugar, fats, and calories, this nasty ingredient is lurking in the shadows in the other ingredients section. To make matters worse, there are about a dozen varieties or aliases that you would need to watch out for. Far too many for me to discuss in this short video. And number three, this ingredient is not really something you can taste. If someone switched your sugar in your coffee with stevia, you would taste it, right? This ingredient, however, is virtually tasteless, like a silent assassin, flying under the radar and wreaking havoc on your joints. Now you can see why so many of the treatments you have tried have failed. Even if something you were doing was providing some benefit, it wasn't enough to overcome the damage from eating this ingredient every day. And while you probably could get away with it in your 20s, 30s, even in your 40s, the effects on your body are cumulative and lasting, unless you do something about it right now. Fortunately, the truth is finally coming out, and major institutions like Harvard Medical and NIH are acknowledging how painstakingly bad this ingredient is. So much so that some experts rank it as high as number 2 on the 5 worst foods for arthritis list. If you go on believing you'll never find relief from your pain, it's only because you haven't watched the rest of this video. So go ahead and click the button in this video to watch the rest of the presentation now. Not only will you discover all 5 of the worst foods for arthritis, but you'll also discover the secret switch inside your body that you can flip to make it start acting like it did when you were 25 years old. Which special superfood can actually counteract the damage or arthritis? The real reason why painkillers don't help your pain. Now, I have no control over whether or not you'll be fortunate enough to see this video again, so be sure to click on the button in this video right now.